Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Milani. If you did not see my little about me, little intro back into YouTube, I will have that linked here in this video for you if you want to check that out and get to know me a little bit better. Today's video is going to be about my baby's sleep training. He is currently down for a nap, so I thought it would be perfect to talk about this now. I've been waiting to do this video for a while. I was waiting for my sister to give me my camera back. I want to start with me mentally preparing for this moment. I feel like I work everything up here first in my mind before I make a move onto something, and my fiance, he gets so thrown off by it because all of a sudden I'm like doing something new. I mean, I talk about it with him here and there, you know. Making the move is, I don't tell him when that is. I just, if I have the courage to do it, I'm like jumping on it in that moment. And that's just kind of how I've been doing things with having a baby for the first time, with motherhood, and it's been working great, I think, so far. So I kind of want to go far back. So he slept in his bassinet in our room with us like the first 3 months, I want to say, and then safely co-slept with him too, here and there when he wanted extra cuddles or we all just needed some sleep. And then around, I want to say 4 months is when I thought, okay, I know one day he's gonna need to be able to sleep in his own crib, in his own room, and get used to that environment. I started sleep training him just for his naps in his crib, in his room. I kind of don't remember, but I think he did really well. And at that time, we were still rocking him to sleep and then laying him down. So the laying down part was obviously the hard part. He would kind of wake up and maybe cry again, and then we have to rock him again. That whole thing was hard, I'll be honest with you, especially at nighttime or when we have company over. You know, we're just sitting there having to rock him to sleep, try to put him down, and then he wakes back up, and then you got to start all over again. And but he got the hang of it, and I'm glad we started with that, sleep training him in his crib, in his room, just for naps. Because for his naps, I either put him in his little chair out here with me. That was like when he was like newborn though, where you're just able to kind of put them wherever and they just sleep. But I knew that he was getting to a point where like me watching TV and stuff was disrupting his naps. So that was another reason why I just knew when he was ready, I was ready to do it too. Like, we did everything in stages. For his naps, we got him used to his crib, in his room, sound machine, like getting used to how it feels in there, the sounds of everything. And we do live in an apartment, so the sound machine really does help. Around, I think 5 months, I want to say, is when we transitioned him to naps and overnight. And again, we were still doing the rocking to sleep thing. And like I mentioned, that can be really frustrating and a lot on your mental. And I've walked out crying, just because in that moment it's hard to explain, but you just feel really alone, and you're not. You know, like my fiance's out here and vice versa, he's felt like that too. You're not alone, but you feel like it, like especially when it's the nighttime one where it's like dark in his room and he's fighting his sleep and you're just trying to get him to sleep. It's a lot up here. It's so much up here, and it's so hard. And I feel like it was even more hard when we would have our friends over, and I'm already gonna get emotional just thinking about it. Sorry, it's taking me back to how I was feeling in those moments. I wasn't even planning on crying today. I just wanted to talk about sleep training. I am on that time of the month too, and I'm still going through postpartum stuff, but this was not the plan. But yeah, there were a lot of moments where I just came out of that room with company, our friends over, and I had to like go from his room to putting him down to him finally sleeping, and straight to the front door and outside. Like, I just needed to get out. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just needed like fresh air and to cry it out, and came back in and I just felt better, you know? So there was a lot of nights like that, and I knew that we needed to start doing the sleep training soon, like sooner the better, I guess. I read that it's easier for them and they like routines, and it's easier for them to get used to that routine at this age. Again, this was around 5 months that we were still rocking him, being 5 months that we were still like rocking him to sleep. But I'm also, again, the type of person that likes to mentally prepare. Like, I want to gather all the information first before I just go full force in. Like, I need like a visual of it. I need the steps. That's what I did. I watched a lot of TikTok videos. ChatGPT actually helped me understand a written out schedule of how it should go. So once I did all that, then I felt really comfortable to do it. I did a trial run one day. This was like now 3 weeks ago, I want to say. I got the courage. So I knew his nap was coming. I felt ready. I'm like, we're gonna test it. He was tired. I put him in his sleep sack, closed the blinds, put on his sound machine. He was kind of confused at first. He's like, what is this? Laid him down, and he did so good. He went to sleep. And I don't know if it was just because it was like a new thing and he was probably just so tired that he was ready, but it worked. And then I tried the second nap and it worked. I think the first couple of nights he did really well, but as time went on, like lately, he's been a little bit more fighting it with us, like really crying. So we've had to do 5, 10 minute, 15 minute rule thing with him. Go in and you can only stay in like under a minute, and then you have to get out, because we're not doing the cry it out method. Don't want to do that to him. Heard and read that they can't regulate their own emotions. They just get really worked up and they just shut down after crying so much to preserve like their energy, I guess. Now moving on to what his bedtime routine is. Taking Cara babies method said to do the bottle first, bath time, and then after that you could do fresh diaper change, PJs, maybe like a lotion rub after a bath too, just to help relax their body. Do like a lullaby, story time, do the, you know, put him down for bed. And then from there, if he cries, we wait the 5. I think we, at first, like night 1, we did 3 minutes, 5, 10. Fell asleep like within 5 minutes. We would maybe went in at the 3 minutes, but then after that, he was out by the 5 minutes. What also helped was we already kind of created a nighttime routine with him. He was already having his baths, his bottle, the wind down time, you know, so we had already had that established like at nighttime, so he was used to that. The only thing we had to do was just lay him down. Like, that was like the new thing for us. This video is all over the place. I didn't want it to be. I had like this planned in my head of how I was going to talk about this, but because we were feeding to sleep at night, we would give him the bottle at the very end. And now with the taking care of babies, we give the bottle in the beginning. Well, when we first started this, we were giving the bottle in the beginning. We did that for a little bit, but now it's kind of changed. Like last night, I gave him a bottle at the end after his bath and stuff, but I left like a yellow light on because we were like feeding him in the dark. Like I said, like we were feeding him to sleep, so he would go to sleep. And last night I just decided, I was like, I'm gonna feed you. I just feel like it makes sense for us. And that's the thing with like these sleep training methods. It's a guide for you, and as parents you can adjust it to what works for you, because it does also say to put them down by like 6 or something like that, and I'm like, that's so early. Sometimes with my job, like I don't even get home until 5:30. If I get home, like I'm not gonna have any time with him. So you can like adjust it to, you know, what works best for you. You can make little tweaks and you don't have to like follow it to a T. If we had to do this all at once, I think it would be too much. I don't think I would have lasted maybe. So I'm so glad that we like did it in stages that was comfortable for us. And another thing I wanted to mention is we do give him a pacifier when he goes to sleep. And it says you can lay your baby down with a pacifier, but if they do happen to wake up in the middle of the night crying for it, to not replace it for them. A way to train them to do it themselves during playtime, like put a whole bunch of pacifiers around them so they can get used to grabbing it and putting it in their mouth on their own. Sometimes he does really good with that and other times he doesn't, so he's not there yet. And I don't know if I really want to break that from him yet. Some nights he cries for it and other nights he's just kind of like grunting and then he puts himself back to sleep. And then there's been other nights where he's like, okay, I'm crying, like I need someone to come in and give me my pacifier. So we've done that too. So I wouldn't say it's perfect, but he's been doing amazing and I'm so proud of him. He's just such a good baby, and I think we've just been doing things when he's ready, and when we feel like he's ready, then it makes us feel like we're ready, and then we get to see like, okay, you were ready, like you're doing amazing at this. He's getting so big, and he's almost 7 months now, so we did start this at like the 6-month mark. I think that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if this was kind of all over the place. I did try to like recap when I realized I was going somewhere else, but I hope you guys were able to follow at least. So if you guys have any questions, you can just comment them down below and I will try to help as much as possible or answer your questions. Again, ChatGPT did help me a lot with like, TikTok videos, like watching other moms do it or other moms talk about it, which method they did, what worked for them, how a lot of moms do actually tweak those methods. So I felt comfortable to do that too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, share this video for me. I will see you guys next time. Bye.